Hello everyone, welcome to another session of interpretation of a wave. Now this morning I am doing 10 minutes again with a total time of hopefully 20 minutes. I'm using a neutral palette, trying to stick with neutral colors to see where this goes and have a little fun with it, and keeping it all neutral. So I'm going to set my timer on my phone for 10 minutes. Start. It'll go off in 10 minutes. I'll give myself another 10 minutes and hopefully get done less than 20 minutes. With all of these interpretation of a wave project pieces, I'm using the same reference photo, and I have it here on my laptop. But of course they're not going to be all the same. I'm interpreting the wave. Have fun with it. Each one is different. Right now what I'm doing is I'm drawing in the air. I'm drawing with my hand in the air. Getting some marks there. I've got a dark underpainting here. I used black and then put mineral spirits to set it. That's a really pretty muted blue. Quite neutral, so I think it's okay to use that. Just kind of, anytime you work with a dark background, your pastel always is lighter than what it looks like. It's always going to be lighter on the page. Mark making. That looks pretty purple, but it's hard to get true neutrals. I'm also going to use some splatters. Just using a brush with mineral spirits, using pan pastels. A little bit of gray. I try not to overdo it with the splatters because I don't want it to look gimmicky. Another gimmick of creating work that That's all it's about, is splatters. Not very neutral there. That's okay. Keeping it muted. I'm after motion, excitement. I also like to use my twig, makes marks. Just random marks on the page. Some interest. Quite a few of these colors I've chosen are pretty light. So I'm going to choose a couple more that are a little bit darker. Darker brown. Got a little bit of a reddish tint there. Try not to break them before I can use them. Not sure about this area right here, so I'm going to kind of take that off a little bit. Move it down. Take it away. Nice. Gray. This is a pencil, pastel pencil. I've got about 2 minutes left on the first 10 minutes of my timer. Paintbrush. I use a paintbrush a lot with my pastels. good blending tool, and it takes pastel off in areas that you don't want it. Okay, got some good motion going there. These are Diane Townsend pastels. I don't use them a lot, but they do have their place. Wonderful pastels, a little bit grittier than I usually use, but that's okay. Okay, here's my first 10 minutes, and I'm just going to restart it. Go ahead and take a shot of this in mid-session. And the timer has started back up. I'm going to come around and maybe get some of this color down here, more excitement in here, draw the eye in. Color here too. I do a few more splashes here now. Coming in. There we go. I want this back here still muted in the background, and have this bring your eye in and around. I like this movement right here. This is the wave in behind here, and I will emphasize that at the very end. By coming in darker in behind there. This a little bit darker in here. I love these neutral colors. Very fun. I don't know if I like that right there, so I'm just gonna pick it up just a little bit, just leaving just a bit of that still. Lightly coming in there with a few strokes, a wave in behind there. Just a touch of white over here. Going to accentuate this wave back here in the background by going dark in behind it. We'll see what happens. Helps if your pastel is flat. That's why I like Terry Ludwig so much. Some of these other pastels just do not have a flat side on them. Okay, I've accentuated that wave a little bit in behind there. Looks like I've got 1 minute and 30 seconds. Better black. on there. And 32 seconds. I'm going to go in with a few more splatters in the back there. A little bit. More abstract. And some lighter ones in the front. And there's my 20-minute marker. I'm going to just do a few more things here. Use black back there. Kind of fun. Oh. Okay. Of course, when I splatter my laptop as well. This laptop is a pretty good workhorse. It's an HP, really nice. Laptop. Okay. I need just a little more excitement right in here. I love this background here, but this needs just a little bit more, and I hope I don't ruin it. There we go. Sprinkles in there, splashes in there. Gets a little more color in there. Just pull it down with my brush. And push that back just a little bit. And open that up just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to look at it and think about this for a minute. Okay, just a few more things I'm going to do. This is just a little too busy up here and this right here. So I'm just going to simplify that real quick. Go ahead and shoot another picture. at this stage. Simplify that real quick, like that. And go back in. A little bit darker here. Dark there. I felt that this background was a little bit too distracting. It almost looked like the sky. So, I'm just taking it out. Definitely better. So I can go back in and put just a few more of these splatters in there, just a few. Now I'm looking at this right here, and I think it's a little distracting. I'm just going to soften up that area a little bit. Just soften it up. So there's not so much contrast. So your eye doesn't automatically just go right there. I want it to go along here and then come back here. But I don't want it to go out of the picture plane. So I'm just going to break this just a little bit. Just going to break that. And some black spray over there. There we go. And then a signature. That signature go, and how light, how dark, how light does that signature need to be? dark. This might work. That'll work. Your signature is really important. It took me many years to land on this particular signature. I'm looking at this little V there, and it's a little distracting. I'm just going to break that somehow. Just with a couple of strokes. Just break it a little bit. Because my eye was going right there a little bit too much. Along with these splashes up here, you don't want to get too much of those splashes. Okay, I'm liking this, this, this. I'm liking the background. It's fun. Just adding just a little touches of color up there. So there's a little more excitement back there. Oops. You want to have your fingers clean if you scrape. Okay, I'm calling it done. Thanks for watching.